Hello, YouTube. The Eye of Stone here. This is part 2 of day 8. I seem to have forgotten that we would still have to get stuff so we can do the mission at the museum after finishing at Gamall's lair. So this is just going to be one of those quick little jaunts to stock up on supplies and get ready for the big show. Rare departure from format. This time my commentary is probably going to be oddly divorced from what passes for the action in this video. This is not high intensity, high skill gameplay. So what am I going to be babbling on about this time? I don't know. Let's find out. Here we go. Okay. So we have emerged from Gamall's lair, and Artemis was scary as fuck. So I'm obsessively checking to see what we do and don't need to stock up on. Yes, I am OCD about how I check my inventory and supply in this game. It's a tick. It is manifestly irrational. Not trying to walk face first into a guard here. This is our last jaunt through the streets under normal circumstances of this Let's Play, because
Was that moving?
once we're done,
Looking at nothing and jumping too.
once we're done here, we're gonna go do Still Life with Blackjack, and then after that, you're back out on the city streets. But it's the final sequence, and that is a whole thing unto itself. Although perhaps not so much if you have oil flasks and noisemaker arrows, which, frankly...
Handsome hooded hoodlum, you let me know if I can help you find anything. Carmen is here to help.
I am a handsome hooded hoodlum. Now, do you see those up there on our shelf on the right? Those are replicas of 2 of the artifacts. And there's this strategic decision you can make about whether or not to purchase those. And if you have them on hand in the final mission, see a replica of the crown for 750. Let's go ahead and buy it. And then a replica of the heart for 750. Let's go ahead and do it. Yes, I have $75 left. I don't really stress over maps.
I'm not gonna clean this blood up, I'll tell you that.
The maps in this game are all
A corpse? What's going on
kind of
here?
useless. Very unhelpful of the game to spawn that guy for me. Anyway, I'm not pulling punches. I don't like the end sequence of this game. I love Still Life with Blackjack. I don't see why the actual end of the game couldn't be written into a perhaps somewhat extended climax for that level. I feel that, alas, the final sequence out here on the streets where Gamall is running amok with the statues all over the place just doesn't work. And again, there are reasons for that. It's not just my opinion or taste or criticism. There's reasons. It quite literally does not work. But again, rather than babble about that, I'm going to demonstrate it when the time comes.
Hope you got something good, Garrett. Business ain't what it should be.
Bye. Too bad. So, this is,
Hello, sneaky thief.
what we're doing right now is almost as much about sentimentality as anything else. I mean, I could probably complete the mission without doing this, but this is sort of a pre-victory lap for us. We've come all this way over a long period of time as I've tried to get my ass in gear to get these videos made. But I like Still Life with Blackjack. I thought it was touching to work directly with the eye one more time. I mean, yeah, you know, you gotta make the big giant glyph all over the city, and I guess that would have necessitated the last action being out on the streets, but so at this point, it's really mainly just about staying out of trouble. Just not getting into any altercations that end up costing resources. And by way of channel update, I guess, because again, this is all pretty cerebral what we're doing here. This is just, by this point in the Let's Play, this is just housekeeping. You know, you don't want to go into okay, so I will say this. Still Life with Blackjack, you want to max up your supplies. You don't want to go into Still Life with Blackjack, especially if you're going to do it on Expert. You don't want to go into that mission with low on anything, especially that you think you might want to rely upon as a strategy. So,
I gotta say, I'm still hurting all over from that roughing up I got. Things are a little hot right now, but it'll probably blow over. I guess I'll take them.
those two replicas really drained the coffers, so I figured I'd at least get...
I'm Thomas, the proprietor here. We're here to help if you need anything. You'll be happy with your purchases, sir. You know where to find us if you're not.
Looks like we're good to go here. But, again, I'm being obsessive. Anyway, by way of a channel update, I'm thinking that in addition to Thief 2014, we are probably going to see a title or two which I feel may have been inspired by Thief directly, indirectly, or at least builds upon some of the fundaments that the Thief franchise has contributed to video game design. I won't say what those might be today. When they get here, some of you are going to be oohed and ahhed. Some of you in private conversations will have been hearing me go back and forth about this for years. But I'm thinking we're probably going to do it. You know,
This part of town.
I haven't done all this work on this channel just to let it sink to the bottom of the algorithm's priority tree if that's even how it works. But, you know, it is a fact of life at this point that there will always be a dedicated interest in the OMs of Thief. It'll always be there.
Just ignore him.
There'll always be people who are just getting into it for the first time. There's always going to be people who will always be into it, who've been into it forever. That's both of those are going to stay. None of that's ever going to go away. But it's a niche community. Thief is a niche community, and you know, if I start putting content about other quality games on this channel, that's just gonna keep the channel from disappearing into obscurity completely. So that would then serve to maybe help sustain interest in Thief.
Someone has cut my purse. The effrontery.
Oddly enough, doing non-Thief content on this channel is probably going to help the Thief content. And that was very clumsy. And I will not at all neglect to penalize myself for that. That's not acceptable playing. We don't make stupid mistakes like that. So, I get to go into the mission with 9 helper potions instead of 10. Don't abide goofiness like that. So I guess what I've been agonizingly... the point I've been trying to get across is that there are going to be some other first-person stealth, first-person adventure type things we're going to do on this channel going forward. Again, as I've also said before, none of it's going to happen any quicker than Thief does, but you know, I've been on YouTube since I've been on YouTube longer than that, but I've been making videos on YouTube since 2011. If you want to be technical about it, more like 2010, but that was before the Eye of Stone. Call it 2011 and have done with it. And, you know, my intuitive sense of how this is going is that if you want your channel to get any views, you have to keep making videos, which I do not want to launch into a rant about YouTube right now. I absolutely do not. But I guess as of this video, I'm leaning more towards the yes, I am going to do additional titles as opposed to the no, I'm not. You know, again, it's all subject to my the depredations of my job upon my personal life. But again, the struggle to readjust that balance continues. So, smile, be happy, don't be mopey like me. We have a lot to look forward to. Still Life with Blackjack is a kick-ass, difficult, challenging mission. I will see everybody back here for that next time. Later.
Gamall is after the artifacts in the Wieldstrom Museum, and so am I. She has a head start, an army of statues and glyph powers that make her almost unstoppable. All I know is I have to get those artifacts first. I've already got 2 of the 5. The last 3 are museum exhibits and include a couple of old friends. The Kershak crown seems to have made its way here. And there's the Eye, a gemstone I've got some history with. Meanwhile, Artemis is trying to drag the truth out of Orland. These artifacts won't do me any good if I don't know what to do with them. Call it ego, but I've always wanted to tackle the museum. The place is loaded with valuables and all the crack security needed to protect them. The last time someone tried to break in, the crime reports read, "Museum proves thief-proof. Would-be thieves dead." Nobody's tried since then. Gamall may be inside by now. All right, Hag. Let's find out who the real thief is.